Hello, everybody. My name is Ryan Jones. This video is going to be just a quick introduction to the MyCourses page for MAT 1340. And then what's actually interesting is this is for two sections, 507 and 509. So if you find yourself in either of these sections, this is our homepage for you. This course is cross-listed. That's probably the first thing I want to show. I'll click on the class list here, and you'll actually see that everybody is on here, and there's a lot of us. There's about 50-something of us, if I'm not mistaken. And we're all here together. We have combined these two courses into one because it's an online course. We can do that fairly easily. But yeah, let's jump into this. I'll try to keep this fairly quick and just kind of show you what the course webpage looks like, and while doing that, just talk about the course and the details of it and what you are expected to do. Right on the front here, very first thing you're expected to do, you are expected to read these announcements. Currently, there are none because I am making this before the semester starts. But if I click on this, I can see these because I'm the teacher. You can't. I have a bunch of announcements. A lot of these are pre-loaded, ready to go because they are information such as week 4 has started. Fairly repeatable things. You should be looking at these and reading these every single time one of them is posted. Everybody here gets notifications when that happens, and you should be looking at that. So, announcements, please keep an eye out for those, and that'll be important. We'll jump into content here. This is definitely the bulk of the course and what you should be looking at. There are some things here that I can see just for my own purposes that you won't be able to see, but that won't concern you. We start here right on the welcome page. We've got a nice welcome message, a little bio about myself if anybody is interested. And then in a slightly separate welcome module, we have the schedule and the syllabus. I have our course schedule, which I'm going to click on right here and take a look at really quickly. This is a nice, concise list of what we will do week to week and what is expected of you to do. You can see that there are reading assessments, homeworks, and quizzes in a thing called MML, which we'll talk about. And there are also discussion posts built into MyCourses, which we will also talk about. We have exams, so on and so forth. Everything we would expect in a normal course. Homeworks, exams, discussions. So this is our schedule. You can follow that. The dates are all there. And we'll see another place where this is maybe laid out a little bit differently, but we'll see that. In addition, if I go back here, we'll see the course syllabi. I've listed each one just in case you're in one section or the other. These are the same. The only difference is just 507 versus 509, just the number there. But otherwise, they are the same syllabi. So you can click on either to view them. We'll jump down. I'm going to skip a couple of these things. I want to look right into week 1. This is a good outline of what you should expect to be doing in week 1. And you can see I've got the rest of these listed, week 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. These go all the way down. Following through this kind of top to bottom is a good way of attacking the week. I give you a brief overview right here of what the week will look like. I have a list of assignments as well as their due dates. Typically, our due dates will follow a pattern. So if you notice, most of these weeks start on Tuesdays and they end on Mondays. And with that, let me click on week 2 to show this. You'll have assignments due twice a week. In this case, being Tuesday the 12th for the start date of the week, Thursday the 14th is our first kind of weekly due date, and then the 18th, Monday, is the last due date. We'll look here, and I'll go through all this and show this, but due on Thursday is a discussion post, as well as watching the lecture videos and doing the reading assessments in my math lab. Due on Monday, the end of the week, is a discussion reply, so you're replying to another student who posted, and then the section homeworks in my math lab and the weekly my math lab quiz. This schedule is fairly repetitive. It happens almost every week. There are some exceptions, week 1 being one of them. In this case, the assignments that are due on typically Thursdays, I make them do Friday for the first week just because we're kind of easing ourselves into the semester. There are some other times where things aren't due on a Thursday. You got to keep in mind I've noted everything when there's changes there. So keep an eye out for all that. But anyways, if we scroll down here, you can see that there's everything you need for this unit. I always start with lecture videos right here for you to watch, usually in order. That's always a good idea. I have a link to go to My Math Lab and look at your homework assignments and do them. I'll click on that in a little bit. Introductions right here, you'll see this is a discussion topic. If I scroll down a little bit, Khan Academy, TED Talk, you'll see this is a discussion topic. I then have directions for these discussions. If you click on this link right here, it will take you straight to this discussion and where you can click start a new thread to then make your own post. These are typically, introductions is maybe not quite like this, but if I go to another one, there's usually a video, an article for you to read, something like that, and then you are required to make a post and answer some questions. I could keep going. Maybe we could look at a better one here. You know what? We'll do that in a sec. Let's go back to content, kind of stay linear in this. Week 1, you can see just right here, we've got the assignments written out and their due dates, and everything you need is just listed right here in order, all for you to access with hyperlinks. So that's good. I could click on something like week 6, get midway into the semester. Same thing. We got an outline of the week, what we're going to learn, what you should be able to do by the end of the week, assignments and their due dates, and then links to the lecture videos, My Math Lab for your homework, discussions for that week. And this is a great example here of looking at read these articles, make a post about your thoughts on the article, answer these questions, and then by the end of the week, I put Sunday here. That might need to be a Monday. Maybe I need to make a edit there. That might be a typo. But anyways, at the end of the week, replying to another classmate's post and commenting on it. So we have that. This is a great outline of what you're supposed to do for this course on a week-to-week basis. You're supposed to do My Math Lab assignments, discussion posts, watch lecture videos, probably do that first, and if applicable, an exam. Wonderful. That's our content section. There are some other things in here, information for you on proctored testing. I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but we will have our tests proctored via an online platform called HonorLock. You are encouraged to use that, although you can, as it says here on option 2, you may take your test in person if you feel like at a testing center. HonorLock is usually much easier. I personally recommend that. It's easier for me. It's usually easier for the students. Some links here. Take a look through all this. Should be good. Continuing on down, you can see there's mostly weekly modules here. There's some extra things here. There's some chapters for our textbook that you can access right here. How-to videos for a couple things. Helpful front range related links. Things like that. If we go here into discussions, I'll skip assignments and go into discussions. You can actually see all of our weekly discussions listed here. These will pop up differently for you than they do for me. I have access to all of these at any time. You have access to them on a weekly basis. So you can see all those week by week. As I had said, these discussions are also hyperlinked in the weekly modules within content, so you can access them in either place. I'm going to move on to quizzes here, and this quizzes is the location of where you will access your exams. And these, again, I can see all of them, but you cannot. You will only see the ones that are current, and you will actually see these pop up as the semester progresses. This is where you will access the exams. You will click on these hyperlinks and it will take you into the exam. I will mention that before you even are allowed to view or access these exams, you must complete these 2 quizzes right here, the proctored testing form and the practice quiz. The system, per my telling it to, will not let you access these exams until you do these. So you have to do those first. So please get those done quick. That helps me the sooner you do them. So please complete that. Grades, I won't click on. It'll show everybody and all that. Not that we have any grades at this point, but you can click on that yourself and see your own grades. Class list we looked at. Say you want to message one of your classmates and ask them a question, you can access that through the class list. I'm going to come over here to assignments, the one I skipped, and I'll click that. You'll see here that I have some categories here, some assignments for you to submit your work and a note card for each exam. So when you complete these exams online, you will inevitably have work to be shown on pieces of paper. You will take photos of that, combine them into a PDF, and upload them into this assignment right here, into each folder as listed here. So these are not technically like homework assignments that you need to do, but this is more just like a Dropbox, like a folder for you to upload your work and note card for each exam. Awesome. Let's go back to content here. I want to actually show you what My Math Lab looks like. As we said, within every weekly module, if we go down here, there is a link to My Math Lab, all assignments. You can also access that with MML links up here. You can see Course Home. You can click on that. You can click on all assignments as well. I'm going to click on Course Home so that we can see what happens when we go into this. Let this web page load. Usually takes a second. We do not need a training session. We are good. All right, right here, you can see, as it's telling me, because I, of course, at this point in time have not completed any assignments, it is listing the assignments that I have upcoming and the due dates. I, of course, as the teacher, have some options here for changing the settings. You wouldn't have that, changing the scoring, right? None of that will pop up for you. And you know what? Why don't we do this? Let's view student home. This is what it'll look like for you. It looks slightly different, but you can still see it shows your assignments that you have. It shows their due dates. It shows the dates that they're open, all of that stuff. You have a nice calendar to look at when things are due. All of that's right there. I'm going to go to the instructor view right here just to look here at assignment manager, just for you to see all of these and kind of how they're laid out. This will look crazy, but I promise it's not that bad. Let's let this load. We have a bunch of sections in the textbook, and every section has a reading assessment, RA, and a homework associated with it. And as you can see, if you look at these due dates, these are staggered to be throughout the week. Again, typically on Thursdays and Mondays. Thursdays for the RAs, Mondays for the homework, but not always. Sometimes there's exceptions there. So, for example, this first week, sections 1.4, 1.6, and 1.8. I misspoke. Sections 1.4 and 1.6, not 1.8. Just 1.4 and 1.6. You have to do the reading assessments by the 8th of September, and you have to do the homeworks by the 11th. And there we go. These keep going on and on, week to week. There's 2 to 3 of them per week. And if we go all the way down and we look right at the top of the page here, I have quizzes for week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And these are weekly quizzes that combine all of the sections from that week into one quiz. And you can access that, of course, again, just right through here where it'll pop up for you when it's accessible and when it's due. We also have some exam review homeworks. These are not assigned. These are completely optional. They're not graded. I do not input them into the gradebook. You can do them whenever you want for extra practice before each exam. And there we go. So this is My Math Lab. There are some other things in here. I'll let you peruse it. Study Plan Manager might be a good one. You'll see things about study plans, and you can view your grades in here. Your grades are automatically synced from here back over to MyCourses, so that's all nice. Nothing much more to look at right here. just coming back here, we'll go back to content. We'll take a look at this. Honestly, this is pretty much it. I mean, we are, this video, I'm trying to keep this short so that you all have actually watched. If you've watched this far, thank you very much. This is pretty much it. We have my math lab homeworks, discussion posts, replying in your discussions to other students. Within my math lab, of course, it's split up in reading assessments, homework, and quizzes. We have a schedule that you can access in the welcome, the schedule and syllabus. You can also just follow it right in the content module. I've done my best to make this very easy to follow and basically avoid having a bunch of questions about how to do it. That being said, if you do have questions, do not hesitate to email me at ryan.jones@frontrange.edu. Of course, I'm not typing that, but it's just my name with a dot in the middle at frontrange.edu. I will mention, if you're this far, I'm hoping you hear this, but thanks for watching. I will mention that there is a way to internally message me through MyCourses, but I massively prefer email. I check it much more often, I respond much quicker, and it's much easier to use and attach screenshots and things like that too than the internal messaging through MyCourses. So if you do wish to contact me, and I highly recommend that you do, ask me questions, ask for help. If anything's confusing math-wise, let me know and I will help you. But if that's the case, shoot me an email. And there we go. All right. I mean, that's pretty much it. Again, just emphasizing, if anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Excited for the semester. Thanks for signing up for my section. I'm happy. Maybe it was random. Maybe you just chose me for no reason, but maybe somebody recommended me to you. And if that's the case, I'm glad you're here. I'm ready for another fun semester. Have a good day.